The World Cup has started. The stadiums are full. The anthems have been sung. And right now, as you watch this, at least one team is hiding something. A tactical hole. A psychological scar. A squad that falls apart when one player goes quiet. Every single team at this World Cup has a weakness. Even Brazil. Even France. Even the defending champions Argentina. We are going through all 48. No team is safe. Let's go. Since 1930, only 8 countries have ever lifted the World Cup trophy. 8 countries. Out of 48 teams here in North America, that means 40 of them have never won it, and most of them never will. But that does not mean they cannot cause damage on the way. Because every favorite has a flaw. Every giant has a crack. And in a knockout tournament, one bad day, one wrong decision, one exposed weakness, and you are going home. Here is every single one. Mexico. 7 consecutive World Cups without making it past the round of 16. 7. That is not bad luck. That is a pattern. Mexico play their best football in the group stage, feed off the home crowd energy, and then arrive at the knockout rounds and forget how to score. Their weakness is not technical. It is psychological. And the pressure of hosting this tournament, at the Azteca in front of their own people, is either going to break that curse or confirm it. South Africa. Bafana have the passion and the organization, but their cutting edge in front of goal is almost invisible. In qualifying they scored in bursts and then went completely silent. If they fall behind early, their plan B is essentially plan A played louder. The weakness is a striker problem, and you cannot win football matches without someone who knows where the net is. South Korea. Remove Son Heung-min from this team and you have removed their entire attack. Their creative output, their goal-scoring threat, their danger on the counter, it all flows through one man. Opposing managers know this. Every single one of them has a specific game plan to neutralize Son. When it works, South Korea look like 11 strangers who have never met. Czechia. They came through the UEFA playoffs, which tells you everything you need to know about where they are right now. Their midfield lacks the dynamism to control games against top opposition. Their squad is aging in key positions. They are here, but they are not here to go deep. Canada. Alphonso Davies is one of the most exciting left-backs in world football. He is also Canada's biggest weakness. Their entire attacking system is built around his runs, his pace, his crossing. When he is nullified, and every opponent will try, Canada's left side does not just get quiet. It becomes a liability. Teams that figure out Davies can exploit the space he leaves behind all night long. Bosnia and Herzegovina. Bosnia came through the playoffs and their defensive organization under pressure is their weakest point. They concede from set pieces at a rate that should terrify their manager. Any team with a physical aerial threat, and there are many in this tournament, can target Bosnia's backline repeatedly from dead ball situations. They are not here to be compact. They are here to be exposed. Qatar hosted the last World Cup. They finished bottom of their group without winning a single game. That was at home with 4 years of preparation in front of their own fans. This time they are away, they are 4 years older, and the gap between them and competitive international football has not closed. Their weakness is simply the level. It is too high for where they currently are. Switzerland. Switzerland are football's most consistent underachievers, and I mean that as a genuine analytical observation. They set up compactly. They make life difficult. They grind out results against lesser teams. And then they lose on penalties or lose narrowly to anyone with real quality, and they go home. Their weakness is not tactical. It is a ceiling built from a lack of belief. Switzerland do not genuinely believe they can win a World Cup. And until they do, they cannot. Brazil. Brazil have not won a World Cup since 2002. That is 24 years of the most talented football nation on earth coming to tournaments with beautiful squads and leaving without the trophy. Their weakness is the weight of their own history. The expectation. The pressure of being Brazil. It is not a tactical problem. Their squad is exceptional. It is a psychological one. And in knockout football, psychology wins matches that tactics cannot. Morocco. Morocco reaching the semi-final in 2022 was one of the greatest stories in World Cup history. The first African nation ever to go that far. But here is the thing, teams have spent 3 years studying exactly how Morocco did it. Organized defense. Set pieces. Transition. Their weakness now is that the blueprint is known. Against a team that is patient, that keeps possession, that denies them the transition they need, Morocco can look pedestrian. The surprise is gone. Now they have to prove it was not a one-off. Haiti. Haiti are the second lowest ranked team at this World Cup. They are here because the CONCACAF format gave them a path and they took it. Their weakness is the gap. The raw quality difference between them and Brazil and Morocco is enormous. They can make life difficult for Scotland. Against the big two in this group, they will be playing a different sport. Scotland have not gone beyond a group stage since 1974. Not in 1978. Not in 1982. Not in 1986. Not in 1990. Not in 1998. And now they are back for the first time since then. Their weakness is the moment itself. Scotland play well enough to qualify. They arrive at tournaments and the occasion swallows them whole. 52 years of hurt. And the group they have drawn, Brazil and Morocco, is not the gentle reintroduction they needed. The United States have individual quality. Christian Pulisic at his best is as good as anyone in this tournament. But their weakness is what happens when they go behind in a knockout game. Their collective tactical maturity under real pressure is still developing. They have never gone beyond the quarterfinals. And playing at home with the weight of a nation that has decided this is their tournament, that pressure cuts both ways. Paraguay are defensively disciplined and offensively limited. Think of them as a door with a very good lock and no handle on the inside. They can stop you getting in, but they have no idea how to get out. Against any team that can keep the ball and probe patiently, and Turkey and USA can both do that, Paraguay will grind and eventually the grinding will not be enough. Australia's 2022 run to the round of 16 was magnificent, but several key players from that squad are now older, and the depth behind the first 11 is thin. Their weakness is attrition. If they pick up 1 or 2 injuries in the group stage, their options drop significantly. The Socceroos are built for a specific kind of fight, and anything that disrupts that structure disrupts the entire team. Turkey are the most frustrating team in this tournament to analyze. They can be genuinely brilliant for one game and completely unrecognizable the next. At Euro 2024 they showed real quality. In qualifying they showed real fragility. Their weakness is consistency, specifically the mental kind. They have the talent to reach a quarterfinal and the temperament to go out in the group stage. Nobody knows which Turkey shows up, including Turkey. Germany's weakness is in behind. Their defensive backline is vulnerable to pace. Fast, direct transitions that get in behind the last defender before the shape can recover. In 2018 they went home in the group stage. In 2022 they went home in the group stage. Their new generation is talented and motivated. But that exact vulnerability, the space behind the defense, is still there. Any team with pace and directness will target it from minute 1. Curaçao, making their World Cup debut. Playing in a group with Germany and Côte d'Ivoire. Their weakness is the scale of the step up. CONCACAF qualifying is a different planet to a World Cup group stage. They will learn a lot. They will not win much. Côte d'Ivoire. Ivory Coast have some of the most exciting individual talent in African football. That is also their weakness. They are a collection of talented individuals who can be spectacular for stretches and switch off at critical moments. It has cost them at the 2006 World Cup, the 2010 World Cup, multiple AFCONs. The talent has never been the problem. The collective discipline is. And at a tournament where one mistake ends everything, that inconsistency is extremely dangerous to themselves. Ecuador are the definition of a team that is hard to beat and impossible to fear. Solid, organized, disciplined, and then completely unable to unlock a well-structured defense when they need a goal. Their weakness is creation. They do not have the individual quality to manufacture a moment from nothing. In a group stage that might reward solidity they could do well. In a knockout game where they need to chase a result, they have no answers. Netherlands. The Netherlands squad has more talent than almost any other team at this tournament. It also has more ego. Their weakness is the dressing room. Historically, the Dutch national team has suffered from factionalism, player power, and internal divisions that surface the moment results get difficult. Technically they are brilliant. Collectively they can be combustible. There is a reason Netherlands have not won a major tournament since 1988. Japan press like their life depends on it. High intensity, high energy, relentless. And that is exactly the problem. Their weakness is sustainability. They burn through energy at a rate that is unsustainable over the length of a tournament. In the later rounds when legs are heavy and recovery time is short, the press becomes less effective and the spaces behind it become bigger. Japan at full intensity are terrifying. Japan at 70% are a normal team. Sweden are organized, disciplined, and solid. They are also missing the one thing that separates quarterfinalists from champions, a single player capable of producing a moment of individual genius that nobody expected. Their weakness is a ceiling. You can see exactly where Sweden's best performance ends. There is no upside surprise with this team. That is not always a problem. Against the Netherlands or Japan it might be. Tunisia. 2 goals across their last 2 World Cup group stages. You cannot go far in any tournament if you cannot score. Tunisia defend well and work hard, but their attacking output is one of the lowest of any team here. Their weakness is in front of goal, and that is the only place that actually matters.